afternoon and welcome to our course here, our module review here. This is for module 6 for the course Natural Resources. Let me go ahead and share screen. So let me pull down a few screens here and then let me go ahead and share so that we're all on the same page as to what is due for this week. All right, so you should see in addition to me here is the shared screen for module 6, looking at biodiversity. So we're going to look on the importance of biodiversity, how this whole variety of biotic life, and this is looking at the insects, the animals, the trees, the soil, everything, biodiversity, how it makes it so diverse here in terms of habitat. Also looking at genetic diversity. Imagine if we lived in a world where, at least with humans, everybody looked exactly the same, everybody dressed the same, everybody did have the same personality. Kind of what a boring life it'd be, right? So biodiversity is just that. It makes the world go round. It's that interaction between species, looking at complex food webs and a whole bunch of different interconnectedness. So the intro here, if you go to module introduction. So again, a quick little blurb here about the objectives that we'll be taking a look at. So looking at biodiversity, looking how it relates to extinction or invasive species, looking at the importance of biodiversity and ecosystem functionality, and differing views or personal choices on biodiversity. Again, a quick kind of overall theme here about what biodiversity is. Take a look at that. For your readings this week, all right, so for your readings this week, make sure you take a look at Chapter 8. We're looking at a modular approach here, of looking at biodiversity here. A couple of videos to watch. So one is called My Wish from ocean researcher Sylvia Earle, looking at protecting our oceans. Another one is looking at the biodiversity warrior, one seed at a time. And then a TED Talk looking at the theory of Earth's mass extinction. So just kind of judge your time here. So the videos look between about 17 to 19 minutes for each video. So make sure that you go ahead and take a look at that. So that's the required readings here. So for your discussion, this is going to go further into biodiversity. Here you're going to conduct research on either an endangered or invasive species of your choice, and it could be either a plant or an animal, and consider some of the biological, ethical, and economic aspects of the species and their role in the environment. And then when you choose your animal or plant, these are the prompts to address. So talk about your chosen species, describe the reasons why it's endangered, why it's invasive, looking at what characteristics make some species more vulnerable, looking at yours particular one as an example, and describe how extinctions or invasive species affect biodiversity and therefore humans directly or indirectly. And then in your response posts, take a look at these. Why do you think decisions about recovery and preservation or eradication of these species are so complicated? What are some of the ethical responsibilities? What trade-offs would you be willing to do in order to protect some of these endangered species? So would you make the same trade-offs for all species, plant versus insect versus amphibians? So think about that. So again, your initial post is due Thursday and your 2 follow-up responses due by Sunday. And then begin working on your presentation, your draft presentation here. So your presentation is not due until week 7. So you're going to work on your presentation. You should have a draft by the end of this module. So if you want to, you can submit your draft to me to review if you want to. Or what you can do as well too is you're going to submit your draft presentation to the Module 7 peer review discussion topic. So your presentation should be in the very last stages of the revision before you post that next week to Module 7. So again, nothing due, just be working on it and have it ready to go for your Module 7 discussion, okay? So the only thing this week due, grade-wise, is your discussion. Initial post Thursday and 2 follow-up responses by Sunday. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to some great discussions online this week.